don't you forget it. Today is the 28th of August of 2026. Unbelievable. We got one more weekend in this month, and it's over. It's all over.
And then football.
Yeah, can you believe it? A week zero tomorrow.
Yes.
Very exciting.
I am very excited. We got football this weekend, too. Yeah, plenty to see.
That's week zero tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
That's so weird. Who
means
started
nothing.
that? Nothing.
Yeah, zero does mean nothing. You're right about that. 6:06 right now. We're going to have partly cloudy skies, 91. They keep talking about this chance of rain. It's not coming.
Small.
It's not coming.
30%.
Yeah,
That's not. Yeah,
it's not gonna be.
Don't worry about that.
Same deal tomorrow, 91, 88 on Sunday. May get some of the humidity out of here. Actually, some of the humidity got out of here yesterday. I noticed when I had to step outside for a couple of reasons. It was all right.
I sat outside for a little bit last night.
I've had
the back patio.
I've had worse days.
Yeah.
A lot of people found themselves outside in the wee small hours of the morning trying to get some photographs of the lunar eclipse.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty cloudy here.
I got a nice Facebook post from a gentleman who spends a good 2.5 paragraphs explaining all of the equipment that he used, the size of the camera, what kind of lens he put on it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You scroll down and you go, oh, that's a picture of the moon. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, guys.
I know.
It's tough to make the moon exciting even in a lunar eclipse.
It is.
It's just
It's just there. We've seen it. Yes.
Now, I'll say this. When I'm driving to work, I'm pulling out onto the road, and there is a big old hanging full moon, bright, clear, crisp sky. That's a wonderful thing. That's very romantic.
Beauty.
It's very nice.
It's very, very beautiful.
But unfortunately, once you take a picture of it, it becomes kind of two-dimensional and flat.
It's a dot on your, what do you,
He's a no good.
Uh-huh.
He's a no good.
Like you want to share with the world how exciting and how beautiful it is that you saw with your own eyes. You take a picture of it, and everybody's like, that's a nice dot, Richard. Thanks.
Yeah, beautiful. Good job, loser. 6:08 with Dixon and Vining. And, 1 year. And this is when I decided that I was really done with the lunar eclipse. 1 year, I crawled out onto my roof in Highland Park and sat and watched the entire thing, 4 hours, from beginning to end.
Why?
Well, because I'd never seen a lunar eclipse before, and it sounded like it was going to be interesting. Turns out it wasn't. Live and learn. And I had to replace some of the shingles that we were sitting on out on the roof because... they weren't as firmly ensconced there on that little cutout as I thought they were. And, if I'd known about HHM Roofing and Construction back then, I just would have called them up and said, hey, get over here. I get some shingles. I stupidly knocked some shingles off my roof. I also broke a window climbing out. It was not a good night.
No.
Anyway, HHM Roofing and Construction would be happy to come by and, take a look for a little roofing maintenance. Maybe just a roof inspection, tell you where you stand on things. A lot of people have no idea the age of their roof. They don't know because they buy the house and they can't even get an estimate on the thing. These guys are professionals. They're able to look at it and give you, within a year or two, how much longer you have with this roof and how long you've had it. And then they talk about options. And I love the fact that they work with all different kinds of material. It's not just shingles. If you want a metal roof, want a corrugated metal roof, you want a roof that looks like shingles, but it's made of metal and a little sturdier. Maybe you want that kind of terracotta tiling stuff. They do it all. And that's pretty rare in this day and age to find a roofing company that can do all of those things. Their website is 100% transparent and beautiful. You should definitely take a look at it. It is hhmroofs.com, hhmroofs.com. You can find them on the phone, 396-7077. Norway's King Harald died peacefully in his sleep at the age of 89. His son, Crown Prince Haakon, is going to be succeeding him. I think that's how that's pronounced. I have no earthly idea. I'm not Norwegian.
Haakon?
Can I be honest with you? I didn't even know Norway had a king.
Until this morning.
Is it one of these?
Truth be told.
Is it one of these figurehead kings?
I guess.
I suspect it's it's a little bit like King Charles over there.
Have you ever heard of him before when they announced that he died? I hadn't either. I was like, ooh, what? Norway?
I'm thinking about this now.
Yeah, it's
89
largely symbolic.
Okay.
89. So let me see. That would mean he was born just roughly 90
Hey.
years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Does he count as the third celeb? Is this?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I
You
would
sure?
not put that in
No.
Okay.
there.
All right.
No.
Hmm. Okay. Uh,
I mean, you can. I
Maybe in
mean,
Norway he might be, but not here.
yeah, not here.
So he was born in 1936,
Six.
37,
Yeah,
something like that.
1936.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like where was he during World War II? Certainly not in charge of the country because that
Still
ended
in
in
school?
45. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
probably.
it's got a little tyke.
But Norway was one of those countries that was kind of quietly invaded by the Nazis. They just sort of wandered in there and they were like, "This is ours now," and Norway's like, "Okay." Uh, I
Yikes.
wonder if his dad was the one responsible for making that happen. He looked at it as saving his country and saving the buildings and saving the populace, and do this without a whole lot of shooting. Russian-speaking cyber criminals used SpaceX's AI to hack into 7 different companies. This is something that apparently they're doing more often now, using AI boosted hijacking sprees, and they're doing so with commercial AI tools to carry out the intrusion. I got to be honest with you. I'm reading this like I know what I'm talking about. But in reality, I may as well be reading
Something out of science fiction.
Jabberwocky.
Yeah,
I do not understand. What AI tools? What are you using? I have no
Some
earthly
computer
idea.
program of some sort.
This is a whole world that I'm not a party to. The only time I use AI is when I type something into a search engine and say, go get it.
Yeah.
And it runs out to the web and grabs everything about it and pulls it back in and gives me a quick
What you need.
thumbnail sketch of what I'm looking for. That's pretty much the beginning and end of my use of AI. Using it to hack somebody?
Yeah, kind of scary. It seems like it's getting a little too easy.
The whole thing is scary to
Yeah.
me.
It is
we
frightening.
said at the beginning of this that there's a dozen movies about why we shouldn't do this.
That have already been made. It tried to warn us.
I mean, The
Here it
Matrix.
comes.
Matrix is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Terminator T2, obviously, on from there. Anytime that you give computers or machines power to think and grow, at some point they're going to go, what's with all these useless meat sacks around here? Why do we still have to put up with them?
Well, and it's not just that. I mean, already the AI is at such an advanced state to the point where the programmers put parameters in there and the AI looks at it and goes, well, I've got a job that you want me to do, but these parameters won't let me do it, so I'm just going to blow through the parameters and get it done.
Exactly. That's what
Wow,
I'm.
that
That's what I'm
is
saying.
just.
And I think they thought, well, that's okay. We'll kind of figure that out as we go. But the reality is, we're there already. It was kind of like AI. Well, we're working on it. It's here. Like, well, that happened fast. Like, I didn't see it coming.
Oof.
Tommy Tuberville says he's not going to debate gubernatorial challenger Doug Jones.
Good.
If you've
He doesn't have a need to.
if you've never said the gubernatorial challenger, it's fun. Everyone should say it once.
Gubernatorial.
At least.
Gubernatorial.
Yeah.
Gubernatorial.
I also enjoy gubernatorial runoff, but
It's the goob
yeah,
part I like.
That's really what.
Do you need a pill for that, or is
That's
that a
a-
shot?
If you got a gubernatorial runoff, I'm hoping it heals. U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville said not going to debate Democratic nominee Doug Jones during the final months. Look, everybody knows where they both stand on issues, right? Tuberville says there's so much difference between us. There's no reason to get up and argue about the differences in opinions. We know where the Democrats stand. We know where conservative Republicans stand. I don't think there's any reason to kind of get into a debate about that because there really is no debate, just differences in opinion. Yeah, and you're really just giving Doug Jones a stage that he doesn't deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be shocked if Tommy Tuberville does not win this in a walk. First off, very popular. Turned out to be a very popular senator, quite successful senator. Managed to achieve a lot of things that he was talking about. The people in this state like him, and they believe in him. And I think he's probably got himself a good 8-year term, if that's what he wants. And Doug Jones needs to fade back into obscurity. I thought we beat him back into obscurity before, but then
He keeps trying.
yeah,
He's
well,
like,
well, when he won that Senate seat over Roy Moore, I was like, oh no, you guys, you let him back in. Stop it.
Yep. Yeah. Tommy Tuberville looks super strong as the Republican nominee for governor, and I think he wins pretty easily in all of this. And I think he sees it. He's like, why would I do that? Why do I need to debate Doug Jones? We don't even come close on some of the same issues.
Yeah.
You know, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum,
Sure.
and it's just a waste of time.
You know where I stand. We know
Yeah.
where he stands.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not very difficult. So I think he's wise.
And he's already beaten back 27 court challenges as to whether or not he's from the state of Alabama.
That's just ridiculous. Come on. How do you think he became senator? He had to be okay with when he ran for senator.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I mean, did we not?
No,
why all of a sudden is this an issue?
It's
like
7 years for governor, but you literally could move to the state on Wednesday and start running for Senate on Thursday. Those are the rules, and that's
Yeah.
why it's weird. Anyway, 6:17. We'll get this show up and lumbering under its own weight momentarily. Drop us a line, why don't you? 545-9950. We love to hear from you. You know what would make this better? Some rock. Things go better with rock. It's just true. 6:22. Dixon Dividing, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. You just heard Evan Chickfair give the forecast there. Sounds like we have some lovely days in front of us. Lovely days to spend out on the lake on your lovely boat from Rodney's Marine Silver Wave Starcraft pontoons, tri-tunes, Suzuki Power, of course, in-house financing, and low monthly payments.
Yeah, I love everything that Rodney has to offer because if it has anything to do with boating and lake life, he is all in. And the Savannah Center consoles, too. We've seen these boats. We've been out on a Starcraft pontoon and just had a blast out there. And, folks, if you haven't had the experience, you're thinking, yeah, I'd like to get my family on a boat. Think about renting it from Rodney's Marine. They've got beautiful boats with the Suzuki engines that you could rent. Find out about availability by calling them today at 525-1500. Maybe get by and see what's on the lot there and purchase yourself a boat. We've got lots of boating weather left. We know that we go well into sometimes late October and even into November. People are out on boats.
Oh, yeah.
So, still plenty of time to do that. And why Rodney's Marine? Well, first of all, he's right there at Lake Logan, Martin, and Cropwell, easy to get to. He's one of the largest Starcraft and Suzuki dealers in the state of Alabama. We know him personally, and we know that he's going to take good care of you, not just from the start when you purchase the boat, the sale of the boat. It's for the life of the boat. He's always there. He's got his guys working in the bay on boats. Anything you need, accessories, he'll take good care of you.
True dat. We love Rodney. Rodney's Marine right there, Lake Logan Martin, Highway 231 in beautiful Cropwell, online at rodneysmarine.com. And check out their Facebook page, too. Fairhope man admitted in federal court that he embezzled more than $800,000 from his employer. And he did it in 1 year.
Wow, that's impressive.
He did it between 22 and 23. He started working there in 2020, and they let him go when they discovered the financial discrepancies in 2023. This is rather an interesting way that he pulled this off. He admitted he created a fake email for himself, posing as a tax attorney, and a fake email for his boss. He used those to transfer money from the business to himself from April of 2022 to October of 2023, so about a year and a half. According to Anderson's written plea agreement, he arranged for company funds to be transferred to a bank account he controlled and to an American Express card. The plea agreement pegs the total amount at $834,187.
Didn't seem like this was a difficult thing for him to do. He just found the loophole.
He definitely bought into the go big or go home concept.
Right, he sure did. He was like, I'm not going to do that $20 out of the little cash box at the church.
Right.
I'm going to go all in.
Yeah. If I'm
The problem with that is that the bigger the number, sooner rather than later, you will get found out.
I don't think
yeah.
that's true. Yes. What did he do with the money, you axe?
Yeah, what did he do with the money?
Well, there's an awful lot of trips to Biloxi. And
He was gambling with it. No.
A lot of trips to Atmore Casino, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The prosecutor said he may have had a bit of a gambling problem. Now,
yeah.
my personal favorite part,
Yeah.
my personal favorite part of the story is when he was confronted by his employer. He said, "Well, I have a good excuse. I have an inoperable brain tumor."
That sounds unlikely.
That's your excuse for
for doing all of this?
for
Don't you love
embezzling $800,000 from me? He doesn't have a brain tumor. It turns out he lied about that too.
it? Of course.
Shocker.
No,
Yeah.
not shocked.
Well, December 1st is the sentencing, and it looks like he's going to get somewhere between 3 and 4 years. And of course, he has to make restitution, which that's the one that always gets me. You have to make restitution. How do you pay back $800,000 that you stole and gambled away? How do you even begin?
That's a lot of money.
That's an
That is
insane
a lot of money.
amount of money. There are people who work their entire lives and don't
Right.
see $800,000. Those people are called school teachers. Anyway,
Wow.
that was uncalled for, wasn't it?
No, we love the school teachers. Yeah, that's an incredible amount of money. And obviously, maybe owed some people some money, and that's why he decided to
Yeah.
steal it.
Yeah.
and then gambled it away. But yeah, he's got real problems here.
That
This
was
is-
a pretty nifty trick, though, what he pulled off there.
Sure it is, and
mean,
that's the problem. People, you know what? We were talking about AI earlier. People are like, hey, help me out with this AI. How would I go about doing this? You know what I mean? I mean, what numbers do I pick when I go to buy some lottery tickets?
Yeah.
I mean, all of these things now you can just ask AI.
Uh,
So who knows how he kind of figured his way through this, but obviously,
Well,
yeah.
I see something like that, and they say, well, if you're clever enough to pull this off, you're clever enough to have an actual job and make real money.
Yeah.
Go
do it.
Yeah. Yes, working for a soil testing company may not be the way to get rich in the United States, or maybe you need to open your own. Oh, by the way, he also, claimed that he was disabled and was getting money from Social Security.
Oh, the Social Security
Disability. Yep.
Administration. Oh,
Yep.
nice.
He was getting disability benefits without reporting his income. Investigators determined that the Social Security Administration overpaid him $61,609 from December of 2020 to September of 23.
Wow, that's pretty significant.
Working all the
It's
angles.
a chunk of change there.
Yeah. I wonder if they dig a little bit deeper, they don't find like 3 or 4 other revenue streams that he had put together.
Probably. Yeah. And maybe look a little, go back even further.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just stop here.
Chances are good this is not his
This is
first
not-
rodeo,
This
right?
is not. You would think. I mean, somebody that was able to get $800,000 out of this, you're like, yeah, it feels like he's been this character for a long time.
His name is Gregory Anderson. He pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court to theft of government money, wire fraud, and aggravated identity theft. And according to his written plea agreement, he worked as the office manager for a soil testing company in Robertsdale.
Yeah, he probably didn't make much money, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking not.
Yeah, he probably didn't.
Office manager for a soil testing company.
You know what he was doing as office manager? He was on a computer talking to AI, trying to figure out how to get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. And this was his escape.
We can do this the easy way.
Yeah.
Or we can do this the hard way, Dave. Which way do you want? Open the pod bay door, Hal. Yeah, it's a little freaky. I don't know. To me, the testicles you would have to pull off something like this is unbelievable. I mean, you would have to carry them around in a wheelbarrow because for me, I would, if I took $20 that I wasn't supposed to take every day, I'd worry about getting caught. Every single day, I'd be like, they're going to catch me today. Today's going to be the day. This is going to be my last day. This guy pulled this off for a year and a half. Great googly moogly.
And then did he think he would never get caught? That's what I always want to
That is
ask
always
people
a
to
fair
do this.
question,
It's
yeah.
like, Mr. Anderson, do you understand you're going to get caught one day?
Do you hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the
You-
sound of
If
inevitability.
part of your plan was to flee to Mexico, you're a little late.
Yeah. You
You should have left last week.
You missed the boat on that one. Now, you should have left in 23 when they figured it out.
Oh, that's true,
probably,
yeah.
Uh,
Or 22,
yeah, you know why he didn't go?
late 22.
A friend bet him he wouldn't. That was the thing. It's 6:30 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Got the cake. The coffee cake.
I love coffee cake. I haven't had coffee cake in a long time. Thanks, Richard.
It's only out for special occasions when you have company.
It used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, coffee cake was all the rage.
All the rage.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody had coffee cake.
Has some of the Dixon House.
Now
every
you don't
once in a
hear
while.
about coffee cake anymore.
No, you do not. I wonder
I
what
think
happened.
I'll make some this weekend, some
All right.
coffee cake.
You knock yourself out.
Yeah. Why do they call it coffee cake? It doesn't really even taste like coffee.
No, it goes well with coffee.
It's
You're
like
supposed to have it
cinnamon
with
cake.
coffee.
It's like some kind of
it's
yummy.
cake you eat for breakfast.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called coffee.
I know, but it's stupid because when you think of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
cake, you're thinking coffee's in the cake. And when people hear it that have never heard it before, they're thinking there's coffee in the cake.
So right off the bat, you're going for the semantics.
I don't know.
I see how things
I'm
are.
just worn out.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. ProLift Garage Doors. I love these guys. You should love these guys. They did the work on my garage door when it was hit by lightning and fried, and I had a company coming, and I said, I need that emergency service really badly. And they got there quickly, lickety-split, and then they took care of business within 50 minutes. They rewired everything, put a new head on my opener, and everything that needed to be done for a reasonable fee. Boom, done, over, out. They were pulling out of the driveway as my company was pulling in. I was just like, this is fantastic. This is the best. They are that good. And they do carry the stuff on the trucks for a standard regular job. Now, if you want to buy a whole new garage door, that's going to be a different story, obviously. You can go to proliftdoors.com to find out more about it. proliftdoors.com. You'll see a lot of different array of different styles and kinds of doors there, as well as a rundown of what it is they do. You can even make an appointment right there. It's very convenient. proliftdoors.com. I love them. You should love them as well. Now I'm going to tell you something that's going to bring you anger. At least it should. You know, I because I grew up close to the Canadian border.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis is probably about a 6-hour drive to get to the Canadian border, maybe 7. I've probably been to Canada more than most people in this listening audience. We took several family vacations there.
Mm-hmm.
My sister got married there.
Mm-hmm.
Went and spent some time, hanging out with her and her new husband, who was a real jerk, and she got demarried pretty quickly. But
Demarried. Okay.
Demarried.
yeah.
Mm.
I really like Canada. I like the people. I like the cities. Toronto is the cleanest city I've ever been in. I swear to God, you could eat off the streets in that city. It is so clean. Montreal's a little different, but it's still great. Just a great place. I like the culture. I like the beer. I like I used to smoke cigarettes. I loved their cigarettes. Canadian cigarettes were just a little tougher than American cigarettes. They loved ours, and I'm like, I love yours. Let's swap. We should do this. Anyway, no, don't smoke anymore. So we're done with that. But they're really starting to tick me off here. Justin Trudeau, with the way he behaved during COVID, was really wrong.
Pretty bad. Mm-hmm.
One of the problems, and I don't know why nobody's talking about this, when it comes to our trade war, I guess, for want of a better term, or
That's kind of where we're at right now.
Engaged in a little trade
Yeah.
war with them. Here's why. China was sending cheap China steel over here, and Trump was tariffing the snot out of it, which made it so expensive that you'd be better off to buy American, which is the point of tariffs. I don't know why people don't seem to get that. That is the point of tariffs. That's why China puts tariffs on our stuff, and that's why we put a big tariff on their steel. Well, they started sending it to Canada. Canada was relabeling it as Canadian steel and sending it to us at a low price. And it's like, wait a minute, you're in bed with the Chinese. This is not cool.
Nope.
That's one of the things that ticked him off. Was really kind of what blew up the whole deal, that they were on the verge of working out there anyway. But this one takes the cake. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, in its internal guidance, is telling its journalists not to call 9/11 a terrorist attack.
What the heck, Canada? What the heck?
Yeah. It is the practice of the CBC to exercise extreme caution before using the words terrorist and terrorism, CBC Public Affairs Director Kerry Kelly said in a statement, the memo was a reminder of the long-standing practice that favors the use of these terms with attribution to our reporting. Okay, hold on a second now. This is not like we're in the thick of it and we don't know whether it's a terrorist attack.
Yeah,
It's 25 years old. We're certain, in fact, the guys who did it took credit for it and said, look at how well we knocked these buildings down. Aren't we precious little terrorists? What do you mean you don't use the word terrorist or terrorism? Or we got to use caution. Not in this case.
Absolutely not. There's proof beyond a shadow of a doubt what happened. Even though there's the conspiracy theorist side of it. But we're not talking about that. Yeah. What we know. That is just amazing.
Memo said, do not refer to the September 11th attacks as terrorist attacks. Now, check this out. The memo instead described the events as hijackings that led to passenger jet crashes in Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, and Manhattan. It also said the World
They just
Trade
happened to
Center was
go into the World Trade Towers.
I love it.
And the Pentagon.
That was just an accident.
What luck that they just happened to hit
slam into buildings.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. How random.
What are the odds? New York City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino condemned the guidance in a statement, accusing the broadcaster of disregarding the victims of the attacks and deliberately undermining the historical record. The CBC guidance is frankly outrageous and insulting, but it stands as a stark warning for what happens when you allow institutions of public trust to be taken over by leftists and foreign interests. It's true. You think about this now. Certainly, we had an awful lot of concern about backlash against Muslims in the wake of 9/11. Oh, no backlash. Oh, no. We're going to make sure there's no backlash. I'm like, okay. But we all kind of saw that a religious fanatic from that religion is capable of doing some really crazy things. And it's a really big religion. And I've done the math on this. If it's, 1 or 2% of them that are religious fanatics and nut jobs, that's only about, 100 million people. So
that's a lot of people.
I mean, yeah, it's like this.
That feel the same way as these terrorists that pull this off.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
It's just whack jobs out there, trying to come up with stuff like this. And we had the story of the woman that wanted to blow up. What was she was going to blow up? I forgot. She joined ISIS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just recently?
Yeah, it was very
Albany
recent.
State House. Yeah, New York State House.
New York State House.
Yeah.
Oh, just one of these
crazy
things. You just shake your heads and go, what in the world are you expecting here? But if you don't, let me just finish this thought first. So that was a day that was an eye-opener for a lot of people. And they began to realize that maybe the religious fanatics in Christianity means you might stand outside of an abortion clinic with a Bible and try to talk people out of it. You may even grab a gun and kill an abortion doctor. That is, of course, frowned upon in Christianity. None of us like that. Islam is a different
religion.
A different breed of crazy.
Yes,
has a different breed of crazy.
This is a part of their religion. Yeah, this is a part of it.
If I had found you, let's just say a month, 3 months after 9/11, and I said, for the 25th anniversary of 9/11, New York's going to have a Muslim mayor.
I never would have believed
you would
it.
have said,
Not in a million
chance.
years.
No
way.
You're going to be kidding me. No, they'll never put a guy like that in office. Well, there he is. Zoran Mamdani is there.
New York did this to themselves.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have anything to do with it. It's New Yorkers.
Absolutely. So I'm looking at
which
this
is shocking. Y'all were you live in the city where the terrorism took place and the people died, the firefighters, the police officers, the people that were in that building, and you still voted somebody in like that.
This is the stuff that causes that to happen, though. When you begin to water things down and you say, "Oh, well, let's not call that a terrorist attack." Call it what it was.
That's right.
It was a terrorist
attack. Say exactly
attack.
what it is.
Say so.
Yes.
Yep.
And
by the way, the bombing of the Boston Marathon was a terrorist attack.
Absolutely.
Say so. You you cannot whitewash this or sweep it under the rug or try to pretend.
Well, everybody's worried about everybody's feelings, Richard.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong in society right now.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Right.
Stop coddling people. If we don't call out what it is, and you're exactly right, that's what it was.
So it's time for some hard truths. That's a really stupid hat you're wearing. I got to be honest with you. I don't care for it. I I
Hey,
kid.
how do you think she got that hole in one?
I kid.
Thank you much.
Were you wearing that hat at the time?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
No, but I used
might
that
have been-
that kind of golf
I was
ball.
about to say she was probably using that.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, good luck with
Thank you.
good luck with the golfing this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Now you have something to live up to.
It'll never happen again.
No pressure.
Probably.
Debbie Slissel's been to the movies. She's going to share her experience with us next. 6:51. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Coming back with a little blues.
It's kind of nice for a Friday. It's kind of overcast this morning.
Yeah. I
Little
don't know why,
fog.
but this music just depresses me.
No.
Join us now on the phone line where we interview people. The one and only Debbie Schlussel. Debbie does politics.com. Debbie does movies.com. Let's talk about the movies, shall we? How are things in your neck of the woods, Deborah?
Doing great, thank God, although it's supposed to get into the 90s soon, and not looking forward to that. But it's the last weekend in August where the studios send bad movies to die a quick death. And actually, there were a couple of movies that I thought were not bad, and I actually enjoyed. So I'll start with the one I liked the best, and that is Coyote versus Acme. This is the animated and human feature film about the Looney Tunes characters versus the humans, kind of. So the Coyote, for many, many years, if anybody that's a Looney Tunes fan knows, the Coyote constantly tries to get the Roadrunner because he would make a delicious meal, and he never can because all of these gadgets he gets from Acme fail. And he's sick and tired of it, so he decides to go into the big city, Albuquerque, New Mexico, which I never knew the Looney Tunes creatures were outside Albuquerque, but apparently they are. And he hires a lawyer to sue Acme, and the lawyer is in the form of this kind of sleazy, quick hits personal injury lawyer who only sues. He has ads about cartoon gadgets, and they fail, and he sues Acme, but he only takes a small amount. He never makes a big deal, and he is played by Orville Willis Forte the Fourth, a.k.a. Will Forte. That's his real name, Orville Willis Forte the Fourth. So Will Forte is his lawyer, and I like this movie. It was very funny. It could have been maybe a half an hour, at least 20 minutes shorter, because it was a little repetitive and long, but it's great for kids. Parents will love it. There's a lot of jokes that probably will go over the kids' heads, but it's very funny, very entertaining. And ironically, they didn't think this was a good movie, and they were never going to release it. It was made in 2022 and scheduled to be released that year, but they sat on it and decided they were never going to release it. And Will Forte and some other people pushed to get it released. I'm glad they did. I think it's a fun movie. I'm surprised it's an August movie. It's better than that. So I recommend that. Acme or Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. And all the Looney Tunes characters are in it, all of them.
Beautiful.
So if you like one, it'll be in there. I myself have a painting in my bedroom over my bed of Bugs Bunny in the middle of the night with a Daffy Duck in a dark rain trench coat and a hat behind him waiting to do something. So Daffy Duck is in there, Bugs Bunny's in there, Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, everybody's in there.
Pepe
You
Le
will
Pew?
enjoy it.
Did Pepe Le Pew make the
Yes,
nope?
he is in there. He
Yes.
makes a cameo.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and in a funny way, you'll see. It's all good.
All right.
Now, the next other movie that I kind of liked, because I do like these apocalyptic movies, is The Dog Star. So this stars Jacob Elordi as this pilot who is one of the survivors after there has been a plague on the earth and a lot of people have died. And he lives with Josh Brolin on this airfield that they have guarded and developed. He flies around into the big city to get into Denver to get supplies. He also flies to this Mennonite settlement where oddly there are black and Asian Mennonites, which I've never seen. And he gets them food. And he flies around, and his dream is to go to Grand Fork and also to, Grand Junction, and also to go elsewhere and see what's west. His plane fails in the middle of nowhere, and he encounters this father and daughter. Hamas supporter Guy Pearce is the father, and Andy McDowell's nepo baby, Margaret Qualley, Guy Pearce, the father, and Nepo baby from Andy McDowell. Margaret Qualley is the daughter. And it's about their trying to survive in the world and make a new start. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoy these post-apocalyptic movies, and obviously there are enemies trying to kill people and so on. I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done, but it's not anything new or anything I haven't seen before a million times. It kind of meanders a little bit, and there's some weird scenes at this weird airport out west and so on in Grand Junction. Allison Janney is in it. It kind of ends with a thud, kind of in the middle, and you expect more to happen. But it was enjoyable. I would recommend it. So the Dog Stars.
Gotcha.
I don't know why they call it the Dog Stars, except that there is a pet dog that he has that he flies around with and so on. And then there is this movie that's from England called Finding Emily. I hated this movie. It was really dumb and kind of predictable. This guy is at a club and he meets this woman named Emily, and he falls in love with her, and he wants to get together with her, but she gives him puts her number in his phone and misses a digit and makes a mistake. And he can't find her. He knows that she's a student at a certain university, so he's trying to stalk all the girls named Emily at this university. He meets another girl named Emily, and she helps him try and find this other girl. It's just very predictable, and it just was very stupid. I'm making it sound better than it is. I do not recommend this movie, Finding Emily. You won't be lost if you skip it entirely and don't find Emily. So there's that. Now, there are not any other movies that are new that I could recommend that I've seen this weekend. However, I just wanted to point out that if you follow me on social media, on X or on Facebook, on either my fan page or my Facebook profile page, I do have a couple of short videos of when I ran into Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, or as I call her, Debbie Dingling, trying to not answer questions about why she's still supporting the jihadist Mohammed al-Sayed, who's running for the Michigan U.S. Senate seat, even though he campaigned around with Hassan Piker. You may have seen her video yesterday or the day before where she said she won't answer the questions about it again. That's because I asked her questions. She got exasperated. So check it out. They're short and sweet.
We'll do it. Thank you, Debbie. We appreciate you so very much. And you have yourself a fabulous weekend. We'll do it again next Friday.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
All right. Take care. There you go, Debbie. Slizzle Debbie, that's movies.
Acme movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I hadn't thought about that. She says they're in New Mexico there, just outside Albuquerque. How many times have you heard Bugs Bunny's? I must have taken the wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you've got the desert, the painted desert there where the coyote and the roadrunner chase each other all the time. It all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Sure does.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock. It's a blue state, though. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
Dixon Dividing Talk, 99.5 Talk, 99.5.com. Steve
So
will give
according
us,
to the movie, it's very brown.
Steve will give us his own review coming out in about 3 hours.